America has a problem. That's it.
Anyway, welcome to the pod.
Welcome.
Just some light commentary.
Just starts with that.
Yeah.
America has a problem. And then I just think of Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
But no, she ate with that one. She was right. Yeah. Hola, amigas. ¿Cómo están?
We're
Welcome.
here. We out here.
We out here. This is our first episode of 2026.
Woo.
Woo!
Do you feel better? Do you feel lighter? Do you feel different?
I am a changed woman.
I've accomplished all of my New Year's goals. I'm done.
I am ready. 2026 is not ready for me. That's all I'm gonna say.
What about our outfits? What are we wearing?
What are the vibes today? For me, let me tell you. Today in this day that we're filming, sí está frío. Está frío afuera.
It's nippy.
So it is a long sleeve. This is actually a Beyonce shirt from Renaissance, the Renaissance tour that we went to see her in Vegas.
Is it official or did you buy it out in someone's trunk?
No, this is official. This was like a $60 shirt. Like it might have been more, but this is like a long sleeve and it has like all of the tour dates in the back.
What color is it?
Oh, it is a black long sleeve and it's like, I'm going to describe it as matrix green, the color,
totally.
Which is Beyonce on a horse.
I'm sorry, it's Elphaba green. How dare you?
Elphaba green. Oop, for the Wicked fans, it's an Elphaba green. It is Beyonce sitting on top of a horse. And then on the side sleeves, it's just like a random design. I don't know. What is this?
You know what it kind of reminds me of? Do you remember the S's you would make in school? That's what it looks like.
Hey, to the 956ers, you remember that S you would make in school? That's what the design looks like on the side of my shirt. My other sleeve, it just says like the Renaissance World Tour. And then on the back, it has just this like circle graphic with all of the dates, the concert dates. And I got it in Vegas. And this was what, 2023 maybe?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I'm pairing it with some skinnies and my Docs.
Some botitas.
Botitas, the Santa Claus boots. Because
The Santa Claus collab.
from the Santa Claus line. Because it's cold outside. And my hairdo, if my 956 girlies can clock this is the diadema that you make with like when you tie your hair at the bottom.
Oh, wow.
So you just part down the side of your head, like two sides, and then you tie it at the bottom, and it's like a little headband made out of your hair.
Cute.
And that's the fit.
That's me.
What about you?
I'm wearing some black, like semi-platform, like loafers from Doc Marten loafers.
I really like the fringe that you got going on there.
And then they make me taller, which I like that. And then I'm wearing some Dickies cargo pants with the stitching is white, so it kind of contrasts. It's got some pockets, which I like. And then I'm wearing a Banana Republic brown sweater.
Looks very warm, like
I feel very warm.
Is it like that would be like a knit sweater, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's supposed to look like cashmere, but it's not. I think most of us wear plastic at this point.
It's faux mirror.
It's faux, yeah. But yeah, also giving cozy vibes. Oh, and then I'm wearing like a contrasting sock.
You know, I love a good sock.
Totally.
Like patterns, but they still have to like, you know, one color of this like from the sock like matching your outfit.
It's not matching, but
I think it matches your shoes because you have Docs always have that yellow lace around them.
They do. You know, I saw a blasphemous video of somebody painting the yellow stitching on their Doc Martens because they didn't want them.
Oh, like black?
Yes. I'm like, well, then what's the point?
What's the point?
Yeah.
Then people are gonna think you have dupes.
Yeah, exactly. Some people.
Well, everybody, be sure to catch our full outfit picture on Instagram at Barrio Bitches Pod. Find us on Instagram and, you know, rate our outfit.
Yeah. Comment, subscribe, listen, do all the things.
Let us know. All right. Before we keep going, I do want to introduce the word of the day. We're here, listeners. What we're doing is now we're going to get into the habit of sharing a word of the day, just sharing it with y'all. And then the challenge for Ricky and I is going to be to see how can we use it throughout our conversation. Let's see if it naturally comes up or how can we like slip it in there. But the word I have is cantar.
Cantar.
So, and what that literally means, it means like sing, to sing. But in slang, cantar, cantó, canté is when somebody tells you off. Te la canté. Se la cantó, which means somebody like told you off.
Yeah. The one that I've heard a lot too is like when somebody like drags you is like bufarte.
Bufar. I've never heard that.
Yeah,
Bufarte.
No me vas a bufar. Yeah.
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
So let's see if we can slip this into just our conversation.
Okay.
Anyways, how was your week?
It was good. Oh, well, I was gonna tell you. So remember how I told you I'm going to therapy, and so I'm trying to like work on my mental health. And so I was talking to my therapist, and he's like very like Mother Earth. When this last time I saw him, as I was driving up to the office, he was outside, and it was a really beautiful day, and he was like touching a tree. And I was like, oh my God, I think this guy like hugs trees. And then we did talk about hugging trees. Like, we did talk about hugging trees. He's like, yeah, like hugging trees is like really good for you. He said that to me. I was like,
it's also really good for the trees.
That's what he said. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking.
I mean, this is to all the plant moms and plant dads out there. I'm sure that means something because, you know, my mom like talks to her plants.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure it's therapeutic. I just... like in my family, like we're not woo woo like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I would even remember telling my mom, I'm like, you should relax, take a bath. She's like, who has time to take a bath? Like, you know, like in a bathtub. Yeah, like very that. I feel like the only way you like heal yourself is like maybe through prayer. That's something you do silently. You know what I mean? And you just like move on with your life. So there was a time when I tried to do kind of like meditation and all that, but I feel like it's very hard for me. Anyway. So the topic of conversation was like, what can I do whenever I'm stressed to like mitigate that? Like, you know, I was telling him like, I really love like floating in water. Like I love water because I'm an Aquarius, even though that's an air sign. But he was like, well, there's this place called Kuya and it's actually by the old office. And it's supposed to be like this health center. They have like, what's that shit where you can like freeze yourself? It's like cold. Oh no, sorry. They have cold plunging, not cryotherapy. They have cold plunging there. They have like infrared. Cold
plunging is like you just get into really cold water.
Yeah, they have like infrared saunas, etc., etc. Like it's just very like hippie in there. It's nice. And he was like, well, they have sensory deprivation tanks in there that you can do. And me like all pendejo, like I didn't. In my mind, I didn't realize it was going to be so fucking dark. Like sensory deprivation means you're deprived of all senses except for your smell. So,
okay.
So I go in thinking, because on the website, the photos show somebody floating, but there's lights on. And I was like, oh, that's what it's going to be like. I go and first of all, you have to go, they put you in a massage chair. I've never had a massage chair, like been in a massage chair where like you feel like you're being eaten. But like there was literally like these channels where you put your arms and your legs and then this like machine would just like grab on your like limbs like pretty aggressively and like massage you. So that was already a little bizarre. It did feel good, but it was weird because it even like grabs your head and like massages your head.
Is any of it soothing?
Yeah, I think in theory, yes, but I feel like I'm already like a very like high strung person.
Okay.
That I had to tell myself to relax. What
are you doing?
Yeah. Like, do you think you could last in a chair like that? That's like grabbing you. It was pretty hard the way it would grab you.
I mean, I feel like that's very, it can be very triggering for people who have been assaulted. Because you feel something grabbing you.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like there was no trigger warning or anything done with that. She was just like, oh, like it's like it was fun. And I was like, this thing is grabbing me. So anyway, I go in and she explains to me like, well, we recommend you take a shower before you go in. It's salt water, so it can help you float. And there's like, I think she said 1,000 pounds of salt water of salt in the water so that it can help you like float up. It's supposed to be more, it gives you more buoyancy than like the Dead Sea, which is like the most buoyant water or some shit. I don't know. Anyway, so I go in. So she's like, yeah, like you're going to go in, you're going to close this door, and then it's going to give you 5 minutes and then the lights are going to go off. And I was like, no, maybe not 5 minutes, but a few minutes. And I was like, okay, I think I can do this. So I go in there and I'm like trying to relax, and then it does get dark and my eyes are closed. And I'm like, oh, this is fine. I made the mistake of opening my eyes and I freaked out.
Because it was pitch black.
Was completely pitch black. And I started to panic. And apparently that does happen to people. And I tried to like, she was like, try to like lean into your meditation or whatever. I'm like, I don't have meditation. Like, I'm not like versed in that.
Is that the same? Well, it's not the same thing, but I was going to say, how similar or how close is that to like affirmations, your meditation?
I think it's different. Affirmations are more like, I'm a good person, you know, like I have value.
Mine is on my mama, on my hood. I look fly. I look good. Okay, and then? So
I'm trying to breathe through it and I freak out and I have to open the door. So I open the door, and also that little area where the shower is dark too. So I flip out and I'm just like freaking out. And then I look for a light and I turn the light on and I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? Should I go back, turn on the light? The whole time I had the light on. And then I was just like kind of floating there with the light on. And then eventually I got bored and I was on my phone.
Okay, so like, you didn't do it right.
No, I didn't. And then I just realized like, I don't think that I'm that person. I love floating, but I don't think I can just be like in complete darkness with just my thoughts.
Not even like at home? Like your home's version of being alone in the dark?
Sure, but there's some sort of light. I don't think you understand. Think of the darkest place you can go in your house. Where would that be? Your closet, maybe?
The closet.
Okay, think about that and just being in.
Maybe you should have started there. You should have started at home in your closet before you went out.
But that's the thing is, I feel like I've done that kind of thing, but this felt really different. I don't know why, because I guess you're floating too. That you're not on solid ground. That you're not touching anything. That you're just kind of like.
My only reference point to this is that comes out in Yellow Jackets. Remember when they go to that retreat that Lonnie has, and they have a sensory deprivation, and like it's Christina Ricci's character who's like, I don't know, I don't need this, and she's like in there, and then like she has like an experience.
I didn't.
But it was like a pod. So how big is this? It's a big room then?
Yeah. So think of it like. So it's like a room within a room. So when you walk in, there's a shower and then like a little area where you can put all your shit. And then there's this like wall. It's a metal wall, and then it's called a sliding door. And inside is like it's like a pool.
Okay.
And then you close it.
So you, again, because my reference point was like a little pod, it's not that easy to feel claustrophobic, or is it?
I felt claustrophobic.
I guess because you can't see anything that you don't know, like how, like your depth, right? You don't have any depth perception.
Yeah.
So you're like, it could be in a really small space or a really big space.
So was it
like Squidward? Was he when he's in that dimension and he's alone?
Yes. I am Squidward. We are all Squidward. No. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I've been going through quite like my mental health has been up and down. So maybe if I had been a little bit more like stable, my experience would have been different, but I don't know. I think I just went in there with unrealistic expectations about it, thinking there was going to be light, and then it was really dark again, like pendejo. Like So anyway, I found another place on Manchaca close to my place, and they do floating, but on there you can have the option of lights and music, which I think is more my speed.
Okay. I mean, definitely try with what you're most comfortable with, and then like maybe if you in the future you're like, okay, I feel super comfortable, or like I'm easing my way into this, I know what to expect, then you can go back to that.
Yeah.
What is it? Hello, darkness.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Yeah. Do you think you could do it?
Off the top of my head, yes.
I can do anything.
I can do anything, you guys. But I don't know. I mean,
can you be alone with your own thoughts?
Yes. I like to be alone a lot. I like to be alone in the dark a lot. Like
no TV, nothing.
Sometimes I'll be on my phone, but I also just don't mind Like literally being by myself.
Like curtains shut, everything.
Sometimes I'm just here on the couch and I'm just not doing anything.
See, but there is light.
I guess I didn't realize as dark as it could get in your own home with any natural light. Like I don't have any lights on.
But I don't mind that. Yeah. I don't mind that. It's just this was like literally you couldn't see your hand in front of your face, even if you tried.
Ooh. Yeah, okay. I mean, I can see how that could be terrifying.
I made the mistake of like opening my eyes. I should have just left them closed. You know what I mean? It felt like
so does that mean that like your eyes don't adjust to anything?
No.
Because it's so dark that you never start to see any outline, any shape of anything.
So like when I was trying to like slide the door, like I had to like really like at first I couldn't find the little handle to slide the door to open it, and that freaked me out.
Do you think they have cameras there?
I hope not.
They just see you in the dark like
laughing at me. Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
And then I was just like in the tank because it was warm water, and then I was just like on my phone scrolling. I was like, I already fucking paid for this.
They're like, patient number 3 has failed the experiment. Did not find enlightenment today. They are on their phone.
And then afterwards, the girl's like, how was it? And I was like, it was interesting. I didn't have the heart to be like, I panicked. I failed. She's like, we help you come back. I was like, I won't be coming back, I think.
That sounds... So how much was it to go?
I think it was like 75 or 85.
And how long is the thing?
It's an hour.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I had some alone time and was in water, and it's so salty that once you get out of the water and you let it dry, like there's a layer of salt on you. You're really crusty, so then you have to like shower.
And they have showers there? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe you should try it. And you can skip the massage part because I know you were talking about like that could be a trigger warning for some people.
Maybe hey, would you be down to check it out? I feel like you get so antsy. You would not.
I've always wanted to try it. I forgot that I was mic'd up.
Yeah. Cool.
And also the only other reference that I've seen is I think like it comes out in Stranger Things, and that's how like 11 does powers. So if I go out there, I don't know, you guys, I might levitate.
Yeah. Okay. You should try it and then report back.
Okay. So I know we had talked before about like the straights with a TM ad, the straights trademark being in queer spaces and like how we feel about that. I saw a TikTok and I cannot reference who did it. Like I saw it and then I forgot to save it, but it was like talking about how in queer spaces, it's like, it was like the I think in this case, it was like the gays. So it was like the gays bring the girls because they're their friends and it's all cool and the girls are there. And then the girls start bringing their other girls because they found a place where like no one's going to bother them. And they're hanging out with like their gay friends or queer friends. And then the straights find out that this is where the girls are at. So then they start going and then they slowly start infiltrating these spaces. And then the gays feel like they have to, I guess, reel back in their true selves and can't really like act, party, whatever, the way that they want to in these spaces that are specifically made for them because they've been infiltrated by straights. And it got me thinking that last week we went to Tuesdays at Barbarella's. I went with a friend. Shout out to Elisa. And we went there, and you know how like the backyard connects to Swan Dive. So listeners, for those who don't know, these are gay queer spaces on Red River here in downtown Austin. One is called Barbarella and the one that's connects to it is called Swan Dive, and they're both separate bars. Barbarella's is more like a club, like they have a dance floor and like there's like always like a DJ and stuff. Swan Dive, I've never really go there, but it's a smaller space.
They do a lot of karaoke there.
Oh yes, they did have karaoke. And so like the thing, they shared a backyard, and in the backyard there's always like an additional DJ that plays like a different type of like the hip hop music. And so I get why straight people go there because they hang out in the back where they play that music, where inside it's always like, I think it's DJ Clitoris is the name, and like they're the ones who are always spinning inside Barbarella, and so it's always, you know, like pop, like a lot of queer music. It's really fun. They do like really fun things. Like we've gone to Selena Night, we've gone Tuesdays. It's like the Tuesday gay day. They do like Beyonce, just a bunch of stuff. And so we went and we were inside Barb's and we're dancing. And this is like maybe after, it's around 11. So by club definition, it's not full yet.
Yeah.
So there was actually it was before 11 because we kept seeing on the screen on the TV that the drag show, which was going to happen in Swan Dive, was going to start at like 10:50. Oh, okay. So we're like, okay, let's go check it out when it starts. Whatever. We're dancing. We're just like having a good time. The dance floor is pretty like empty so that we have like a lot of space to dance, but there's still some groups there. But there's this guy that's standing there by himself, like dancing, like swaying side to side. And he has a fucking backpack with the straw to drink water. What do you call those? The Camelbaks?
Camelbaks. Oh,
so he has one of those and he's there. And like both Elise and I like are very conscious about not making eye contact. Like we didn't talk to each other, but like I think like we both understood that we didn't just
you could tell he was there to like
and he was like facing us and like dancing. But you know, at the beginning I was like, he can face whatever way he wants, he can dance, like
this is America,
it's okay. Like I would feel if I ever went to a club by myself because I just needed to like get out and like listen to music, I would feel so bad if somebody was like, oh, look at this weirdo. So I was like, okay, like let's not, whatever. But that also meant, like, that didn't mean that we wanted to hang out with him. So we're not like making eye contact. We're not inviting him to like technically like our little huddle, which is us two just dancing.
Yeah.
And then he starts to get closer, but he's like dancing. So I'm like, okay, whatever, just dance. And we're dancing and we're like turning, whatever. We're just having so much fun. And then he gets too close that Elisa just kind of grabs me and it's like, let's go check out the drag show now. And I'm like, okay. So then we start walking away and she's like, that guy was getting too close. And so I was like, oh my God, let's go, whatever. So we're walking out like towards the backyard to get to Swan Dive through the back. And as we're walking, I feel this like, it was kind of a hard tap on my back. Just like somebody like tapping me like, and I turn, I'm like, what the fuck? And I freak out because I did not expect anybody to do that. And it's that fucking guy. And he's like, did you want me to go with y'all to the drag show? And we're like, what? And he's like, and then I feel like I tried to give him an out and I was like, there's a drag show if you want to go. It's over there. And he's like, no, did you want me to go with you all? And then we're like, oh, no. And he's like, oh, okay. And he like walked back to the dance floor where he was before. And we're like, what the we're cracking up, but we're also like, what the fuck? Like this dude is like, do you want me to go with you? Like, first of all, he must have been very close to hear her say, let's go to the drag show. And then for him to come after us and be like, do you want me to come with y'all? And we're like, no, whatever. So we go into the drag show. We're like, whatever, it started. And then that guy eventually shows up and is standing like a few feet from us. He's like leaning on something that they call him out. The performer, the MC is saying like, don't lean on my furniture like that, honey. Or like whatever, like calls him out. Cause he's like clearly about to drop something or whatever. And then he leaves. But that was really weird. And then when I saw this TikTok, I was like, this is what they mean.
Yeah.
Like straights coming to the queer spaces and taking over.
We don't have to keep this in, but do you feel like maybe he had like some sort of mental disability or something? I mean, the Camelbak says a lot. I mean, how is that even allowed? Do you remember when we would go out and you'd sneak a flask in, they'd like fucking catch you? Or like you had a friend who was over 21 and someone who wasn't, they would catch you like buying drinks for them.
How did he even?
That's just unsafe.
It might not have been like, I know what I saw because I saw the straw, like, and then like him drinking from it, but it might have been like under his coat, you know?
That's crazy.
And all they do, because they did do this when I walked in, they do the, what do you call it? That stick?
Yeah.
The metal?
Like TSA?
Yeah. And that was it. So I'm like, okay, so they're not like checking everything, or like they're not checking for backpacks and stuff. But it's like, I don't think backpacks are allowed at the club.
They shouldn't be. I mean, I would prefer that we don't even have to worry about that, but we do, you know?
I mean, that's where we are.
Yeah.
Right? Where like everything has to be like a clear bag or whatever.
Yeah.
But that was just really weird, and it just got me thinking of like straights invading queer spaces and how queer people feel about it, and like straight women using those spaces to be like, oh, I just want to get away.
Yeah. I mean, I generally don't have an issue with it because I would hate for me to be in straight spaces and people feel the need to be like, ugh, like why is he here?
Yeah.
I've definitely felt that vibe before. I don't have a problem with it, but it's typically, and drag queens have this complaint a lot. It's like white women who feel like they have agency to touch your body as like a drag queen, like you're like a commodity, like you're like this character, you know what I mean? You're like in a Barney costume, and that they just touch them or like try to grab their wig, like this, like that. There's no like they have free range for your personal space.
And like during the drag show, one of the performers, I mean, they're all like wearing like lingerie.
Yeah.
And one of the performers does come up, is like performing near me because they go through the crowd, and then like they twerk, like not on me where they're touching me, but like on me, and I'm like, but I'm like, I'm not gonna touch somebody. But I can see what you mean, like where some people do that. But I wonder if that's just like, is it just like women doing it for the male gaze? Because my story is that years ago, I was in Laredo for, it must have been like a Thanksgiving or like a holiday weekend. So I was there. We were hanging out with a couple friends, and then we went to the strip club in Laredo. I forget its name. It might have been called Exos. I don't know if it's still around. But this is like where the women are strippers. So we went, and first of all, women can't go unless they go with a man. Yeah. Right. And it's like, okay, so then I remember at the time, like it must have been like three guys to 3 girls or something like that we went in a group. And again, I think this is a space where women are like, I'm gonna go and not get hit on, because there's literally like strippers like getting all the attention here. There was this moment where like there was a performer, and then my friend was like, let's go up. And he gave me money, and he was like, here, and like you can put it in her thong or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know. So then he's like, come on, let's go. So then we went, and he's like, you can touch her. I can't, but you can touch her. And I was like, this is why you want me to go? So you can see me touch another woman? Like what? And then we go, when he tells me this, when we're up there, so like he shows her money, so she obviously comes up to him, and she's like shaking ass to where like, I know you smelled something, you know, like it's that close.
Yeah.
And he's like
in it.
So in it, dude, like ass is shaking.
And
which
this is
honestly,
a heterosexual like, male.
Yes.
A straight guy.
And she's like ass shaking in his face, and he's like mesmerized. He's like he is, como se dice, he is hypnotized. And I think it's so funny. I'm like, oh my God, this is you literally being a man. Like this is you objectifying a woman. But he's like, your turn. And I was like, I'm not gonna shake. I was like, no, it's okay. Like I'm all right.
She's working.
I'm like, let her do her thing. Yeah. Like she's getting money from you. Like you only gave me like $1 to give her. Like I'm like, she's getting her money from you. I'd rather her spend her time on you. Like it's fine. But she comes up to me, and I guess I was gonna say, at the time I thought she knew him, but I think strippers are just really friendly like that. That they're just like, oh, like nice seeing you here again. Like, you know, like because the goal is to seem, what is it? Available like without actually being available. Yeah. So she says hi to my friend, and then like I'm standing there. She pulls me close to her, and I'm wearing leggings. So I'm wearing leggings at the time, like that night, and she goes under my leggings and like grabs my butt like under my leggings, and I fucking panicked, dude, because I did not see that coming. I did not, and I don't know if that was allowed. And that's when my friend's like, oh, it's because like you're a woman, so like woman on woman is allowed. And I was like, says who? And I was like, to whom's consent? And that really freaked me out. And then I was like, okay, so in that case, I do think she was doing it for the male gaze.
Okay, so I have two thoughts.
Okay.
So I feel like women go into gay spaces thinking that gay men are going to act like straight men in terms of like that sort of like gentleman, like I'm going to hold the door open for you and no, don't you go first. And that's not how that works. Mm-mm. That's just not how it works. So I feel like there's this expectation from a lot of women, especially white women, where like the world is your oyster and these gay men are like the straight men that I date. And that's just not how it works. You know what I mean?
There's also that like trope of like get yourself a gay man, which is like your gay best friend.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I feel like women go into there, think the expectation is like we're all just going to be like, oh my God, women are here. Yay. And it's just like, you're just like everyone else here. Yeah. Like you're not special. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think that's one thing. Another thing on the topic of strip clubs, I've gone to a strip club as well. And the guy that we went with, he was straight. He said that, and maybe Ricky can confirm this or not.
He's never been to a strip club.
When you go to a strip club, you're not supposed to have an erection.
I've never been to a strip club.
Have you ever heard guys say that?
No, never.
So apparently he said that you appear you appear more of like a boss if you don't have an erection.
Oh, because you can control yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I thought that was so strange. I mean
I love that he was like, Ricky, you can't get a boner.
Right. Like, he was like, I know you really want one.
No matter how hot they are.
No matter how big the titties are.
Please don't embarrass me.
Okay, so I want to ask all the straight men in this reel or short that I put together. Like, if you go to a strip club, is it okay to have a boner? Sound out.
Tell us.
Sound off.
Confirm or deny. And then tell us if you've gotten a boner, you pervert.
Yeah. But I thought that was so interesting because I feel like that's where you go to, do that. I don't know. I guess he just it was more of a G move to
so like
not.
Again, also not being a strip club connoisseur myself. What are the limitations? Because they have private rooms.
Well, okay, is that for real or is that like something you see in movies?
They have private rooms. Oh, and then that same night, one of my friends, I think as a joke, they were like, go to the room. And they took him and he was gone for a couple minutes, like to like a private room.
And did you ask him what he did?
Well, he came back and he was like, I'm ready to go home. Like he was traumatized with a capital T. Trauma. Like
why? Tell us.
When I was in high school, my friends went to a strip club in Matamoros.
Oh Lord!
And
Matamoros being the border
town of Brownsville, Texas. And they went to the private rooms and over there, and they got blowjobs with condoms on, but still, the thing that the stripper asked was "Quieres mamón," and then we named our next album "Quieres mamón."
Oh my God! How old are you guys?
So, they were all in college age, but had to be under 21.
I mean, I guess that doesn't surprise me.
I wonder how much that is.
Oh, it's $20.
Oh.
Girl,
for a blowjob.
I mean, $20 in pesos is how much?
This was 2009.
It should be like 200 or more.
Oh yeah.
Pesos.
Oh.
$20.
Oh, okay.
Like 200 or more pesos, for sure.
I thought you were saying that you would charge $200 for a blowjob. I'm like, oh yeah, minimum
Have
200.
Did you ever watch 30 Rock? When like Liz Lemon is like hugging, $300, holding hands, $500, end of list. Like that's all she does.
I like to order bread with extra bread. Do you remember when she says that? I mean, God bless the sex workers because I think people are like, oh, it's so easy. I'm like, yeah, but you have to fuck people you don't want to fuck. And sometimes that money, is it even,
said before, they're doing the Lord's work.
Is it even worth it? You know?
It's not.
And you're standing out there. I mean, okay, so again, I keep bringing these trans YouTubers that I talk about a lot, but a lot of them do sex work. That's very common in the trans community. Like if you can't get a job, like you go to sex work. It's whatever. And she talks about like, you know, sometimes you're out there like all night, men are harassing you, they're yelling like, you know, things at you that are really fucked up, or like the police will arrest you, and sometimes you don't get any work. And then other days you'll make like, I think she said like 2,000 pesos or whatever. I don't know how far that stretches in Mexico, but so it's not like they're just out there, you know, kikiing and having fun. Like, I mean, it's dangerous work.
It's work. Sex work is work.
And then the police in Mexico, they're real fucked up, and then they'll dehumanize them by calling them like vatos, and they'll, you know, they'll say that they're men or whatever. Like, so I don't know. I just, it's again, shout out to the sex workers out there, and also out them. I'm just saying.
That is the slogan for 2026. Out them. Yeah. So last time we talked about, it must have been in one of our last episodes, we talked about a new, for lack of a better word, let's call it segment that we want to introduce to this podcast. And we've got the perfect name for it. It's called Chisme. And we encouraged our listeners to just send us in some chisme, a story, whatever, telling us like what chisme you got, and for the purpose of us to read it here, we are definitely, if you want, we're anonymizing y'all, just to share it. But this is only like for entertainment purposes. Don't sue us, Blake Lively. Like, please don't sue us. I will start by saying all of this is allegedly to protect ourselves. And we do have our first submitted. And you can submit too. You can share your chisme with us. You can email us at barriobpod@gmail.com and give us your chisme. Let us know. Tell us if you want us to use names, or we can make up names, because for this one I made the chisme.
The submitter,
I was gonna say the chismosa didn't want us to name the name, so I made up a name. So we can do that for you too. We can, but like I said, we can anonymize it for you or not. If you want to be messy, you can share, but share us, and we'll give you our, what is it? Our 2 centavitos, our 2 cents on this. Are you ready? Okay, so here's our first one, which I'm excited to share. And so, like I said, drop your chisme at the email, which is going to be posted here on a banner. Okay, so this one goes, it starts off with, says, okay, I'm so we're, you know, this is and when I was in high school, there were rumors about a certain teacher who was a little too friendly with the guys, more specifically the football players. I'm not going to say the name of the school, but because it's going to give it away. Anyways, this teacher was always surrounded by the boys, like they were always in her classroom and basically skip or whatever. And she would let them. You know when like you have that really cool teacher? Well, at first, that's what it seemed like. Anyways, in my senior year, these rumors start happening, and it was mostly through those text chains that were like forwarded between chingos of people. I remember those. Do you remember? It was like, send it to your 10 hottest friends or whatever.
I never got it.
Well, you weren't hot. That message is what put it in writing first. Like, and then this is a quote. Miss So-and-so is always hanging out with, and this is where I put the name, Pancracio. And that's when people really started looking at it, because he was a senior at this time and very likable. So, like, why didn't he have a regular girlfriend? With 2 question marks. It didn't make sense. And when she found out that this text chain was happening, she, like, started to cry and was like, that's so not true, and all, like, nervous about her career. Like, she's a full-on teacher. So she was panicking, I guess. And she also sponsored classes And well, like that meant that she was always around students. So this looked like it really freaked her out. Okay, so this all happened the submitters my junior year. So then when we're back from summer and into senior year, she's pregnant. And everyone's like, what? Mostly because we all knew she was single, like on paper single. I guess like they didn't know that. She had never mentioned being married or whatever, or having a boyfriend. She was super mysterious about it, but whatever. At that point, it's none of my business. But then she goes on maternity leave and gives birth, and we're all so happy for her, except when she starts posting the baby pics. We can all tell who the baby looks like. It looks like Pancracio. At this point, yeah, he had graduated, so Pancracio had graduated, but like that didn't come out of nowhere. I think. And the more pics she shows of her baby, like the baby looks just like him, literally copy paste. By the end of my senior year, I feel like people must have known, like even the school officials, but no one ever did anything about it. And as far as I know, that woman is still teaching there. Am I the only one grossed out by this? Also, they were like a couple. Eventually, after high school, I found out that they were like married, and there's quotations in married. And it says, and I put it like that because I actually don't know if they're married. They have more kids now. I don't know how many, but they like formed a family. I didn't even know the guy, but because he was a footballer, he was obviously popular. Sometimes I think about that, and with all that's changed in the last 10 years even, I wonder if he ever realized what actually happened. To me, that was a boy who was groomed by his teacher, and everyone let it happen.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I feel like at that time, like it was cool to do that. Like if you could fuck your teacher. Like what are the movies like American Pie, that kind of shit. That's so interesting that but does that it was ever... like kept that much of a secret.
Well, okay, here's the thing. This reminds me of the Mary Kay, I think her name is Mary Kay Letourneau.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one who like groomed the 12-year-old and she got pregnant. Like she got pregnant while she was like on trial for molesting him basically. She like this reminds me of that, and in that the documentaries that I've seen about that, like that kid, like all of his friends thought he was like such a god for like sleeping with a woman, which is not sleep. He was being raped by a woman, but it's like for him conquesting, right? Where on the other side of that coin is if it's a male teacher, yes, it's more likely to be seen as what it is, which is grooming and abuse.
Yeah.
But when it's a female teacher, it's not. And that's interesting because my 2 cents here is that I think that if this person hasn't realized it by now, they will.
Yeah. It comes with age.
Of the grooming that happened.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the people around you are being like, man, like you're such a stud or whatever, like it's probably not until you're like in your 30s and you're like, wow. I mean, I think there's some self-reflection, and then probably you're older and you're like, wow, I've like thrown my youth away.
Dude, for real, because as far as this story says, it doesn't say ages. All we know is that the footballer in this story, Pancracio, as I called him, was a senior when the rumor started.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that this teacher being pregnant after his senior year, I guess, falls on legal technicalities.
So he was 18.
More than likely.
Yeah.
But this also implies that this was grooming, and this started before, like an 18th birthday, so to speak. So why is that not looked into? I don't know. What a chisme.
Yeah, totally. I mean, good luck to that guy.
Oh, that's kind of sad. Well, my 2 cents is arrest her immediately. Like,
I mean, yeah. I mean,
what is the statute of limitations on this?
I guess that's the part that sucks is like there's no repercussions. There's no like justice in that way. You know what I mean?
You know what? If this was in Law and Order SVU episode, Olivia Benson would have put her in jail.
She's probably over the moon that this happened, and he's probably having some regrets.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And this submission or like all of the information that we have is we're not sure if they're married, but it also sounds like that they are together.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, I'm not for shattered families, but if there's kids involved, you know, but also the foundation of this is very, very troubling.
Yeah. Well, okay. And this is on this topic specifically, but I was watching the Kardashians. Sometimes when I have nothing else to watch, I watch it. I've noticed that even if it makes them uncomfortable, there's this push in that family that I was like, you always have to invite the father. Like, he's the father of your children. Like, he needs to be at this party. And I was talking to my mom and I was like, if my sister who's married, I'm like, if they broke up, like, would you be like, well, he needs to be here because he's the father? She's like, no, he doesn't have to be here. Like, if my daughter's uncomfortable with him being here because he did X, Y, and Z, why the fuck would we want him at the party? Like, I don't like when Chloe found out that what's his face cheated on her, they had a party and they're like, well, he needs to be here. That's the father of his child. And I'm like, fuck that. I don't think so.
That kind of makes me wonder, like, in this story here, in this chisme, like, what do the families think?
Yeah. I mean, they must know. And like, it's hard to start a new family on like something like that.
By no means, I mean, I am not a parent, but I would like to think that I could catch or see the signs of my kid being groomed.
So in the 12-year-old example, for sure, I think it's harder. So you're assuming this guy had been groomed when he was like 16, 17, and then at 18.
Before 18, for sure, is what I, if I'm like trying to picture a timeline, this happening in the submitter's junior year, calling this guy being a senior. You're still like, not everybody's 18 when they're seniors. People are already 18, but I feel like because it's from 17 to 18, you're like legal to like not legal to legal. Like that's where it's like it's too close.
Like she was like that was calculated.
Yeah, because I feel like if I had found out that a teacher got together with a student, like with somebody that I went to high school with, but like 5 years after they graduated and they just met 5 years later and then that started a relationship, I feel like that'd be a little bit weird, but it'd be like, okay, well, he met this person like years later and then a relationship started then. I guess that would be more, there's like a clearer jump from like you knowing this person as a student than you dating this person.
Yeah, no, I mean,
and I think dating, like in this case, I don't even want to say the word dating or married or whatever, because one, I don't know, but also legally that's not what happened. Allegedly.
I mean, it's probably difficult when you're, I don't know. Because if he's a football player and he's popular and he's like, well, I'm going on dates, you probably don't suspect anything, but he's secretly seeing the teacher. You know what I mean? And he's never going to like hint at it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it was probably hard for the parents to catch, but a 12-year-old, I mean, I don't even know how the 12-year-old had time to do that. So it would have been like after school, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like a parent would have clocked, like, my child is spending a lot of time with this woman. or after school,
well,
or
I guess also it's not good if our first instinct is to not trust a teacher, right? Because this is somebody who's like literally helping you mold your child's mind. So I guess I see why somebody wouldn't seem suspicious, because obviously the Benny of the D here is my kid is hanging out with his favorite teacher, and that's that. But I did know of teachers who would give rights to students. And you want to be like, oh, I guess that's helpful. But
uno nunca sabe.
And then years later, where I'm saying, like, I would like to think, even now, as it says right here, with all the things that we've learned, how we've evolved.
But I wonder if that's intentional, right? Like, so the idea of like, I'm going to give this child a ride. It's probably someone whose parents work. Mm-hmm. Their parents can't pick them up. I feel like, anyway, these people who groom probably go after people who are in situations like that where they can easily just interject themselves. But anyway, so we'll go ahead and stop.
I mean, this Chisme, this was our first bit of Chisme, and it was a doozy.
It sure was.
Sure was. But my hot take on this is that this teacher groomed, should have been jailed, and should not have been allowed to teach anymore.
To this day. But
that's my hot take. And like I said before, this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not sue us. Okay, yeah. Leave us with your final thought on this, or piece of advice.
Don't fuck your teachers.
Please. Teachers, don't fuck your students.
Yeah. It may seem exciting or interesting, or like it's a porno or like a movie, but the repercussions, the regret that might come after, it's just not worth it.
The fucking mental toll.
Yeah. So, and I think just advice to your kids, you should never assume that the teachers in your child's life have their best interest. Just, they're there to do a job, and you hold them accountable for anything. Like, you don't just like assume that they're, And
I know that this
it's hard to say that, but
this makes our the teachers that we know that care, like, this makes them look bad.
Exactly.
Like, these are the, what do you call it? The bad hombres, the bad apples here.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
like I said, email it to us at barriobpod@gmail.com, and we'll be chiming in. I did want to say that we did not manage to use the word of the day, which was cantar, but maybe we will in our day-to-day. As always, find us on our socials. You can see our outfit pictures on our Instagram, which is at Barrio Bitches Pod. Our TikTok is also at Barrio Bitches Pod. YouTube is Barrio Bitches Pod, and on Spotify, just find us under Barrio Bitches. And if you just Google us, we've got an AIO. If you know, you know. All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye.